About it, it's easy to take fresh air for granted, but many people in 8 Mile say it's been really hard to come by.
We've been telling you about the strong odor in the community for years now, and as each month goes by, health concerns continue to mount. Especially since the Centers for Disease Control, the largest federal public health agency, now says it does not know the long-term effects of tert-butyl mercaptan exposure. That's the chemical some 8 Mile residents are dealing with. Tonight in a Fox 10 News special report, Letitia Bush is taking a closer look at what's being done to get rid of that smell, and she questions whether the system in place is doing enough. Letitia?
Bob Lenise, some say it smells like a skunk, sulfur, or rotten eggs. Although a number of people are dealing with it in their homes and yards, we spent some time with one family who has the source of the smell literally in their backyard. And for the first time, we get an up-close look at this system set up to get rid of the foul smell. But is it working? For more than a year, the Parkers say they've been fighting an invisible enemy. You'll find signs of their battle in their medicine cabinet.
I take this daily.
In a box full of files.
Our very first meeting that we had, this is everybody that I called.
Or on a calendar marking the days their uninvited guests paid a visit.
Odor bad at 8:12 p.m. Odor bad at 7:04 a.m.
The Parkers are not alone. Residents from all over the 8 Mile and Pritchard area have reported the bitter smell.
My doctor, when I first made him aware of it, he told me that I don't need to be in this environment.
It's a type of smell that it would hurt you just to smell it.
It's so excruciating and to the point you can't hardly breathe. Just like breathing in gas. It's so strong.
8 Mile residents are smelling the chemical tert-butyl mercaptan. They say it has taken them hostage.
I would rather have a burglar come in my house because I can call the law, or I can get my gun and get him out of here. But this, I couldn't do nothing. Here I am as a daddy, as a great-granddaddy, and here I am, I can't do nothing for my family.
This particular type of mercaptan is added to natural gas lines.
Oh, goodness.
Kind of stinky, huh?
University of South Alabama's Dr. James Davis works with the chemical in his lab.
It is typically used rather than some other mercaptans just because the human nose can detect it at really tiny concentrations, which means that you don't have to add much to a natural gas line in order for an individual to be able to detect a leak in the event that there is a leak.
But the 8 Mile community is not dealing with tiny concentrations of mercaptan. Last year, the Alabama Department of Environmental Management, or ADEM, tested high levels of the chemical in 8 Mile's groundwater. And it's rising to the surface at least one location, a pond just down the street from the Parkers' home.
And it's just bubbling up out of the underground. So it migrated under the groundwater, and I guess that's the first place it could find to actually pop up.
ADEM has linked the chemical to a multi-million-dollar company, Mobile Gas. The company initially denied its operation had anything to do with the leaked mercaptan, but it eventually came forward with this explanation. Lightning struck an underground pipeline in June 2008, causing a leak, and an unknown amount of mercaptan spilled into the soil. Company officials have not revealed how long it was leaking before it was discovered. Their fix:
What we decided to do was to dig up the contaminated soil, so we contacted ADEM again, where they advised us on where we could haul that contaminated soil to a landfill.
But is it possible mercaptan was spilling into the groundwater before the alleged lightning strike? According to court documents, yes. In this court deposition obtained by Fox 10 News, a Mobile Gas employee confirmed between the months of January and June 2008, nearly 6,000 pounds of mercaptan may have leaked into the soil. Now, this is 6 months before Mobile Gas says a lightning strike caused a leak. ADEM has ordered Mobile Gas to clean up the mercaptan and put an end to the smell. But the Parkers say the odor still lingers in the air, and they are worried, and so are many others. It's affecting their health.
Burning of our eyes, our throats were really irritated. Headaches, constant headaches.
Sick on your stomach.
So how does a multi-million-dollar gas giant address this issue? We asked Mobile Gas to show us how the abatement system works.
Ooh, smell it?
It declined because of a pending lawsuit. It says the court requested both sides not to talk to the media. Its full statement is on fox10tv.com.
Now, I got it up further.
So, with permission from the property owner, we went to see Mobile Gas's abatement system for ourselves. You can smell it before you see it.
Now, smell the odorizer? Did you get a whiff of it?
Along the way, you'll find buckets of odorizer attempting to freshen up the air. A block of land is cleared off and new power lines are up. A buzzing noise lets you know when you are close. And there it is. Behind a metal fence, there are barrels hooked up to tubes, and those tubes lead all the way down to the water source, where ADEM says mercaptan vapors are coming to the surface.
It's extremely strong right here.
Right.
So what does that tell you?
It's still not fixed.
The Parkers are not impressed, so we took their concerns to ADEM, the agency charged with holding Mobile Gas accountable.
What would you say to the claims that ADEM isn't doing enough?
Well, I would say that we've been fully engaged in this process since the very beginning, going back to just identifying the source of the odors. Once the odor source was identified, overseeing the installation of the odor abatement system.
ADEM spokesperson Scott Hughes says the abatement system is working. We asked to go to the site with an ADEM official to see how they came up with this conclusion. Hughes declined the request.
If adjustments need to be made, we can certainly make that happen through working with Mobile Gas.
How can they, what starts that process? Because I think people at this point are saying adjustments do need to be made.
Well, that process is started through communication with our department or directly with Mobile Gas.
While the Parkers continue to seek fresher air, they can't help but wonder about possible long-term effects. Doctors have no answers.
When we tell them our symptoms, they can't say that they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They ain't got no answer.
Right, answer for us. That's right.
The Centers for Disease Control conducted a health assessment on the 8 Mile community, but the CDC has no answer. The long-term health effects associated with exposure to terbutyl mercaptan is unknown. So as a community continues to try to shut out the smell, it is waiting for their gas company to open up and explain to them why more isn't being done. Meantime, the Parkers have a challenge to the powers that be at Mobile Gas.
Open just a little bit of this stuff and let
In
their
your
family in their home and let their family see what it does to their family, how angry they
would get.
If you're suffering from the odor in 8 Mile, take heed to ADEM's advice. Contact them. Grab a pen. Here's their number, 334-271-7700. Also, contact Mobile Gas at 251-476-2738. We posted the entire CDC health assessment on fox10tv.com. You'll also find Mobile Gas's full statement on our website. Meantime, we are testing the air quality ourselves. We'll let you know the results.